Hey everybody, welcome back to our Face Reactions. I'm Griffin, that's Theta, and we're here watching more Urdr Hunt. So Theta, what do you remember happening last time?
That was
Where are we
Urdr
picking
Hunt.
up? We were on the hunt, that's right. Um, if I'm gonna go ahead and try to stress my brain a little bit, I believe that we were having a little bit of an insurrection over on one of the antagonist ships, weren't we? Where the
Yeah.
guide was like not happy with the slave selling and neither was like anyone else.
I mean, I remember the guy was having a dispute with, what are we going to call them? What are the girls that are in charge
I
of
was gonna go with
giving
guide.
clues? Yeah, I guess guides. Or the guy wasn't happy with the guide.
Mhm.
It sounds weird when you put the two words together. The guy wasn't happy with the guide. Because we had the whole thing with the blue-haired kid.
Mhm.
I thought you were going to stress
Right.
your brain out. What are you doing? What am I doing?
Hey, it sounded like you knew what you were talking about for a second. But yeah, the space rat kids here, which of course are analogous to like our Tekiden from before,
Aladdin.
are already unhappy, get told by the guide what's happening, and they go, wait a second, this isn't the sort of stuff we agreed with. I thought we were going to be cool like Tekiden. But reality is hitting them, and I believe they are probably about to be in a
Well, you
conflict.
wouldn't align them with Tekiden. You would align them with that mercenary group with the weirdly bodybuilder guy.
Right, but the kids want to be Tekiden. That was their stated
Right? No,
goal
no.
in the
I'm
process.
talking about your space rat metaphor thing. The
Oh yeah,
human
yeah, yeah.
debris thing. What's his name? The
Oh, that's right.
the bodybuilder on our side. His long lost brother was one of them.
Uh, Akio.
Akihiro.
Yeah,
Akihiro
Akihiro.
is
Thank you.
one of his. It's either one of his brothers or his brother's friend. Because his brother and his brother friend were both in that. The one who gets crushed in
Mhm.
the mobile suit in space, still cursing it all for
Yeah,
being
yeah.
human debris, that sort of thing. They would be like those kids. In fact, this is literally just those kids in another group.
Mhm. Yeah, so we're getting a little bit of like that parallel, which is good because that parallel is a good one to go ahead and settle on. Um, but that's about the best we remember. We're probably just getting into some conflict now. We're probably about to see some gameplay.
Oh boy.
So I say, if that's about all we can remember, let's just go ahead and dive into it and see. But before we do, be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and comment down below to feed that algorithm. On top of all that, if you want to watch more shows like this, unfiltered, uncensored, and uncut, as well as some early access stuff, you can go ahead and catch us over on the Patreon. It's just $5 a month, but no pressure. It's all support the channel, just a little bit extra.
Click the link down below, join the Discord. Listen, are you actually playing this game? Or do you just enjoy the story bits like we're doing?
Oh yeah, I forgot how jamming the intro is.
I mean, it's certainly. I mean, it kind of feels like an era. Like it fits in an era of anime.
No, I think I know exactly what you're meaning.
Certainly doesn't fit the IBO themes.
How would you describe the IBO themes like this far out?
Rock, like maybe rock and roll, sort of. Not even rock and roll, really. So, Raise Your Flag is like the big one, but the other ones were pretty good too. I don't know. Rock and roll just seems to keep coming to my mind. It's not really a rock and roll theme. Maybe the
Yeah.
guitar riffs of it are rock and roll.
Yeah, I think that's what we'll probably classify it here as too. Some sort of rock or pop, but like not specifically even J-pop
I wouldn't
here.
say pop. Certainly not pop.
I'm indicating just a broad range here because I'm obviously no musical expert. You know my musical tastes are awful.
Yeah, suicide music. Music to slit your wrists to. Demonetized.
Yeah, I was being thinking like, can I make a joke that doesn't get demonetized here? No, I can't.
We're below notice.
Ah, with the kidnapped children. I love that hairstyle.
Somebody must be reloading the menu.
Well, the fact only one of these actually has a character portrait face means that they're the important one.
Hey, look, it's Chris from Symphogear.
Oh, wow, huh? I guess they, you know, they get around.
Man, Bondrew's really going out of his way these days.
That's how I address my captives. Yo, what up?
一仕事終えたらちゃんと売り払ってやる。安心しろって。ほら、お前もだ。さっさと入れ。
Not how I would have spelled that noise.
たっぷり可愛がってやるから楽しみにしとけよ。
モビルスーツの扱いは彼らの方が長けています。あなたの部下が勝てるとは思えません。
Throwing the guide in with them makes sense at this point.
心配すんな。ちゃんと手は打ってあっからよ。大事なリングを抱えて終わるまでここで
Why don't you just sell the ring? Right?
Yeah.
Here's an opportunity. It's like, here's an opportunity to win billions, right?
Uh-huh.
I'm selling you the opportunity at a fraction of the cost, say 500 million. It's still an opportunity. Somebody auctioned the damn thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because this guy is like falling into stupidity territory. That's even lower than selling the ring. Well, I just mean he cares about money. Well, sell the goddamn ring. You're obviously not going to win or go after it.
Yeah, he's just the greedy scammer archetype. That's what it's supposed to be, right? Oh man, Kimball, you are such an asshole.
Well, then you're not even a corporation. You're pirates.
I mean, I guess a mercenary corps can be based around hurting people.
Well, no. If you're a PMC, you don't advertise that you loot, plunder, and steal.
Yeah, dude, stay here on the bridge of my ship and die with me.
I know we just said that we were going to report you to the boss, but I do feel intrigued by your join the battle thing. Certainly not the point at which you'll backstab us.
The worst thing is that they're currently, like, nameless and in shadow. Like, they stand a high risk of just dying here. I do love their little, dense Zakus here. They're cute.
I mean, basically the same thing as the other mercenaries I was talking about before, except those were at least a little bit bigger and painted.
I guess these ones just have, like, a little bit more of that iPod feel.
He just claimed that they had LA of Vignana.
It makes sense. That's the reason everyone's using child soldiers in this universe, if I remember.
Yeah, but not all kids have it. And they don't seem to be leaning really hard back into their seats, like the LA of Vignana would have you do.
Yeah, how much give does it have?
Crap, somebody hacked Veda.
Oh, there goes one prospective character.
Even when it exploded, there was no damage to the outside of the suit.
Oh, we're just going back into our IBO problems now, huh? I mean, I guess that means that Urdr Hunt is a success. It makes us think of IBO.
Jose's been gloating and has effectively dealt no damage, really. And now into the shitty ass game.
Yo, hey, boss battle time though. Right?
We've done those before. I mean, that takes 3 hits instead of 1.
I know, we're getting 3 times the content.
囲んでやっちまえ。
さてどうしようか。はあ。
I'm just looking at those faces up there. They're so doomed.
Yeah,
Right
they
enough
got
to
the
damage,
eyeshadow of the cringe motif. Can't believe we're doing this.
Alright, we just going for a melee-only strategy. Ah, there we go. The bar filled up.
Well, I mean, what else would he have? He's carrying a sword-like weapon.
Well, I mean, like, I thought they would activate a super or something and hit everyone. That's why they were spreading it out.
Yeah, I was just thinking he like, had this guy selected and then moved over to the last guy. Why? Do the same amount of damage every time.
And the super just, like, 3 attacks too late.
Even then, it was a melee move. Outer space.
よし、荒屋敷を使わなければまだ機体は動くぞ。残暑。
You pulled a Vegeta, you're fine.
サブロッパ、まだ息がある。
His suit exploded, and there was no damage to the outside of the suit.
Hey, we're gonna get 2 new characters then.
229頼む。了解。
Oh no, 3 even.
Remember, human debris can die,
That's true.
or space rats can die, one of the two.
Until they get onto that ship, none of them are safe.
No, that means they'll die later.
Mm-hmm.
なんでなんだよ。
Yep, good counterpoint.
You mean the guy who's been selling you has been betraying you?
別に裏切っちゃいねえさ。お前らみてえな使えるヒューマンデブリをかっさらうのが俺たちの商売よ。ついでにリングまでおまけについてきて、本当にお前らは最高だったぜ。
This guy, he really is just betraying, like, what a bad move he's made in general.
Well, because he had the attitude that he'd won, and that's what I was laughing about. Because it's like, what are you coming from with this? I do love the hair, though.
Oh, like the little coif up there? Yeah.
Well, I mean the multicolored thing, and then that's the kind of hair I put on like any video game character that I make.
Oh, absolutely.
Weird, man. That's a weird thing to say.
This guy's gotta die now. Like, he has to.
I sell my kids exclusively to pedophiles. Like, what are you doing, man? What are you doing?
Look, man knows his business, and his business is absolutely horrifying.
Man knows his business, and his business is not good.
This guy is literally Epstein.
お前らじゃ俺に手も届かねえかもしれねえな。
こいつらを片付けてさっさとあいつを殴ろう。
In a world full of melee mechs, I carry a shield.
Alright, how's this fight gonna go? Oh, it's the exact same fight we just did. But now, we have an additional partner.
Yeah, the 3 guys from before survived. Well, they gotta get all these attacks before they do.
Yeah, I know, right?
Hey
There we go,
guys,
we're actually
maybe if
getting-
we stop attacking them in waves and all attack them at once.
At least we're getting like a more full combat.
By the way,
feature.
what's the fight going on in the background? Why is all of space and time at war?
You know, they just decided to fire some missiles. Immediately dunked on. Oh yeah, we got our 2 nameless dudes.
まだいたのか。
許さねえ。ぶっ殺してやれ。ここは
Gosh, with all this visual novel stuff, I'm just thinking like, if this game had like branching paths or something.
さあ、頑張ろう。
That would be worse, Griff. That would imply that we're just watching one of many different ways the story could go.
It would make it worse for us particularly, but it would make the game more interesting.
I don't know.
Then you'd have to start doing a whole bunch of anime scenes.
I feel like Gundam doesn't have a lot of good games.
そんな。準備万端。気を引き締めていこう。さあ。
I guess we'll go ahead and leave that in the comments. If there's any good Gundam games out there you want to recommend, go ahead and put them down there. We already got Armored Core 6 recommended today.
Oh yeah, Gundam Evolution. Oh wait.
Oh no.
おい、お前ら、手抜いて戦ってんじゃねえよ。
I regret having spent money on that game.
もうあんただけだ。
ふざけんじゃねえ。
降伏するなら今のうちだぞ。
No, don't let the pedophile peddler
ふざけ
have
ん
a
じゃ
chance to escape. Why would you?
This guy's never going to surrender.
Well, why would you even give him the option to surrender?
Because you're a nice guy and he's not.
さて、
No.
どうしようか。
Even if you're a nice guy, that's even more reason not to let him to surrender. Hey, you remember when he said he was gonna sell me to implicitly people that will fuck me? maybe don't let him go.
打ち壊してやるか。
Glad you're doing 5,000 points of damage and he did 1,000.
邪魔するやつは倒す。
That's kind of a wild.
Okay, but why was the figure 8 an important part of that attack?
Because it felt real cool.
さて、どうしようか。
Again, this guy's dealing like 500 points of damage a hit, and then the other guy's doing 2 to 4,000 a hit.
Look, I need Mikazuki to show up and just like dunk on everyone in one round.
Yeah, it turns out that they didn't have plot armor; they were just programmed this way.
終わったね。
いや、まだだ。キンバルの船には軟禁されたヒューマンデブリたちがいいんだよ。それに、
I don't think we've covered this. Is that a cyber eye?
We've covered it.
世話に
We
な
talked about it last
助
time.
けてやりてえ。
けど、
I mean, I don't.
教習
Show hasn't covered it as far as I know. We talked about it though.
問題ねえ。俺たちは何度もやってきた。
海賊
You listen to 64.04 FM. The Fox.
これが最後だ。
Oh boy, we're gonna get the 2 old guys again? Yep.
Sure are.
Saw that coming.
本当に教習装
No one will remain in their seats when the 2 old guys show up.
And talking to the guide who has yet to quite express their full character.
I guess I'm just being so hyperbolic about it because they're supposed to be the comedy relief and they are anything but.
I guess maybe you could classify them more as the muses.
No,
They're there
One
to
guy-
commentate, not necessarily to be funny.
no. One guy talks about how old he is and the other guy talks about how old the other guy is. And then it's some back and forth. Hey, we're 2 old guys. And we act young sometimes.
What are the 2 Muppet critics?
Waldorf and Statler.
Waldorf and Statler. We need more of Waldorf and Statler in like every bit of media.
Can't
honestly.
remember a lot of Gundam shit. but old Waldorf and Statler come to mind immediately.
ゴーキッパさんは腕に怪我を。
かすり傷だ。
手当てをします。
Oh look, it's our... I was about to say Mikazuki and what's her name, but no, this guy has 100% more personality than Mikazuki does.
そのようですな。
I also appreciate that it's the white and black-haired girl who's getting all the lines, and she is the most off-camera person in this shot.
どうされますか。
You'd
Yeah,
think
the
we'd
portrait
be,
for covering her up.
yeah, you'd think we'd be talking to the yellow-shirted girl, but that's not who this is.
ギャラルホルン。
We're talking to Monochrome Chris. Hmm? Huh?
Hmm? Huh?
Hmm?
What?
おーさすがは
Huh?
人道的な見事な采配です。
Gotta add some sort of like overlay thing where it's just ... underneath you with the name tag Griffin Var.
Gosh, thanks for calling the police. Here, have some candy.
ああ。
I mean, you'd figure the kids on Jeffrey Epstein's spaceship wouldn't just take candy from strangers, but I guess sometimes lessons are hard to learn.
Look, man, I'm over 30. If there was a white van with candy written on the side, I'm getting that candy, alright?
Well, here's the aforementioned
この
Gallarhorn.
ことはお任せいたします。我々はここで失礼します。
Yeah, you're just happy someone's paying attention.
ご苦労だったな。何度数えても
It has been a long time since we've seen the red uniforms. Like episode
Oh,
1 and
yeah.
2.
I think we always figured those were just Mars uniforms, right?
No, I think back then we were thinking there was like different divisions of Gallarhorn.
Mhm.
Like the blue guys were the police and the red guys were like military, and it turned out not to be true either.
Oh no, they're missing one person from their roundup. I wonder if that person snuck back onto the main character's ship.
I wonder if the one person got animated.
軟禁されていた人々の引き渡しは終わったようです。
そうか。わかった。それじゃあ船に戻ろう。
もう行くのか。
あんたか。
God, he looks like
リングが次の行き先を知る。
Child Orga with different hair.
A little bit, yeah.
あんたには世話になっちまったな。
He's definitely got the IBO grumpiness to him.
Who's also got the same outfit, almost.
俺もそっか。
Just doesn't have the
Everybody
Tekkanen
loves
thing on the
wearing
back.
military surplus jackets, I guess.
あんたはこれからどうするんだ。
It checks out.
もし行き場に困ってるなら、俺が金星で雇ってあげてもいいよ。
金星？
ウルツハントの賞金で。
Why are we going back to Venus? Oh, you mean after? Okay.
買う？コロニーを？
That's not really a colony anymore. It's mostly a prison if you think about it.
大勢の人が足を運ぶ。そんな場所に変えるんだ。そのためには。
In terms of characters' goals, it's just nice to see how innocent their, like, desire is, right?
What are you gonna do with the prison after you buy it?
Convert it, probably.
Well, I mean, there's still people in the prison. They didn't all escape in the first couple episodes.
Throw them into space, eject them. Alright, he's sticking to his own team, okay.
Well, I mean, if you're rivals, where the hell are you gonna go? Oh boy, the comedy relief is back at it again.
Alright, no, that's actually good use of them. Just wave from the ship until they pay attention. I do that in real life.
No, I mean, where's this kid gonna go? He has nowhere to go.
He's got his own ship now. Formerly Kimball's.
Oh, I thought the other dudes were still around. I guess they all died in the combat that I was laughing about.
Yeah. So now that they're gone, we're gonna kidnap more people, right?
They never really taught us how to operate the ship. They only operated the bubble suits.
私の名前を覚えてくれませんか？ゴーキュッパさん。
ハルスタイさんだろ覚えてるっての。
さん付けですか？
The weird thing about our character model, never mind, it's changed.
とにかく頼みがあるんだよ。
I do like the dynamic where both of them are being too over formal and the other is just like, no, don't do
もう
this.
一度リングが欲しい。
それは何のためですか？
今度こそ俺たちの居場所を俺たちの手で作るためだ。
Man, space is filled with too many overmotivated
あ
kids.
なたはウルズハントの参加資格を得ました。
That's just the IBO universe.
私はパルスタイコーサー。ウルズハントの水
I can't wait for all these guys to turn out to be evil.
You know, I'm keeping that in the back of my mind there, I think. What are their motivations? What do they really want? Do they serve?
うん、そうだね。
Well, I mean, they can't be good people.
嬉しそう。
They are, in the end,
スタリオさんは
getting all these people into deadly situations to fight against one another.
次の目的地に
It is a multi-billion-dollar death
そう
match,
です
yeah.
な。お二方、船の進路は間違いありませんか？
I don't know, we haven't opened our eyes once.
アリアドネの航路データは入力しておるわ。だがこいつは本物なのか？
と言いますと、
アリアドネの反応なのは間違いねえが、航路図に乗ってねえ航路だぞこいつは。わしに聞かれても知らん。わしゃ。
I'm sorry,
I'm
are we all extremely winded, or are we just close to zero gravity? I'm having a
Oh,
hard
they're
time.
often in zero gravity for sure.
The guide's not. What, maybe is she? It's hard to
Little
tell
bit.
because sometimes the only thing to judge themselves against are each other.
まさか。
Ah, here we go, the stowaway
今は
time.
全部位置におり
I
ます
feel like they've all just run a
気
marathon.
になるね。俺が見てくるよ。
Well, one of them was in a fight, at least. They
Yeah,
got an ex-
a fight that they were sitting down for 90% of.
なんだろう。食堂の中から物音がするけど。
What do you think it is?
しますな。
it's obviously the black and white haired
聞こ
girl.
えました。
Or a space rat.
Scoundrel.
What's the first look gonna be?
Are we gonna get into one of those stories where the other person thinks that he's a girl too? Because he does look a lot like Atra, if you think about it.
Here we go. I appreciate the gremlin energy.
あんたは
I am not super glad that I now know that he wears sandals all over the ship.
あんたはやめて。私はカチュア。カチュアイノシーっていう。
The harem begins now.
He had to grow the crew at some point. Well, I think that's probably like as good of an endpoint as any right there. That is a nice funny note to end an episode on.
Sure, now we have that character from Simple Gear in our Gundam show.
We needed something to wash out the taste of like dude literally is on the team of I'm just gonna sell you to pedophiles. Anything after that is a relief.
Yeah, I mean, they thought to themselves, God, we need to make this guy bad. What's the quickest way we can do it? Well, either he can be a pedophile or a rapist. They're children, man. Pedophile, got it.
No, he's not the one. He's selling them to them. Completely different and maybe even worse.
I think maybe at some point you should be associated with the crimes that you're committing. So if you're enabling pedophilia, you should probably just be guilty of pedophilia.
Mm-hmm. So before we get on to that trade too much, Theta, how do you feel about the episode? We started with our fight, we have a new rival, and we got a new character.
I mean, there's more animation than what we're used to, so I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we were getting a whole bunch of visual novel stuff until now. So now that we're seeing them more in motion, really
You
good to
keep
see.
saying visual novel stuff, and I say it's not the same. we were getting a lot of screen tapping gameplay before now, and that is even more annoying. No, at least it's stuff happening on the screen. The visual novel stuff, I don't know. I like some visual novels. Not the ones that are just sit there and look at stuff not moving ones, though.
Yeah. I mean, you know, it's a mobile product. It's a game. They're cutting down some costs. It's fine. It's fine. I'm not berating them for that or anything.
No, it sounds like I am.
It's just, I know, that's why I'm trying to like, keep it out. Let's see. So what do you think we're hoping for here? What do you want from the after seeing this?
Well, I mean, we don't know what the hunt is yet, so I mean, we're heading towards an asteroid. No, but we already got there, didn't we?
The last thing they went to was this weird old ship, which they were at for a brief bit and then had to leave. Now they're plotting a new course, and they don't know where it's going to. It's not a normal route.
Well, I thought
so we're going to go someplace new and weird next time.
Well, the end destination is some sort of asteroid thing, isn't it? Or comet?
I think the final one is, yeah.
Yeah, well, it's hard to tell because they keep throwing asteroid belts everywhere, so it's hard to tell if we're there or not, or we're having a fight there. Like, we're in the middle of space during this episode, and there's no asteroids to be seen, and yet somehow we've landed on one and gotten into a fight with 6 mobile suits.
But you see, the setting is metaphorical. The Urdr hunt is about getting to that asteroid, so the fights are over the asteroid. So we put them on top of the asteroid.
You know, that would be a great thing to do for, like, I don't know, a school anime, right?
Yeah.
So you have a school anime, and then you get into a verbal dispute with one of the bullies, and then screen wipe, and now we're on an asteroid, and we're getting into fights with one another. Because it's a metaphorical fight, you see, and not what's actually happening. It doesn't serve so well to have it actually happen. We're fighting in space, and now we're having a metaphorical fight also in space, just at a different location in space.
But I think our last comment though kind of like helps me out a little bit here. The thing I'm most hyped for is more of the mystery. IBO, when we watched it, definitely was not that type of show, but seeing a set of Gundams doing a mystery show is like a fascinating new thing to me. I guess there's like a little bit of that in like G Gundam, but that's like more of a traditional anime, I guess.
I don't know. There's the manga that's currently out. It's in the UC, Werewolf, which is like a murder mystery thing. And I'm hoping by the time we get far enough into UC, maybe there'll be a werewolf anime we could watch. No, I think literally
that down the list. Yeah,
the cover of the werewolf. Well, maybe one we can react to at some point. The manga.
Yeah.
But no, I think it's there's a fight that happens, and then they come back, and this dude is dead in his cockpit, and the cockpit never was opened or something like that. And it's a whodunit, who killed. And literally the cover is like, here's every member of the squadron or whatever, and they all have alibis, and here's something that they've said, and here's the dead guy. And it's like, that's the whole point of, we're in a war zone, but we're also trying to figure out how this guy died.
I got like a complete tangent to end off on if you want to hear it.
Go for it. We'll end it after you're done your tangent.
Alright, so complete tangent here then. So, Vietnam, right? Unpopular war.
Vietnam, right? Alright, end stream.
Yeah. So, what people ended up doing there was like killing their like officers, and they would call it fragging because, you know, the easiest thing is like, I got a grenade, I hate that guy, I'm tossing it into his tent, and now he's dead, and we don't know who's to blame.
Yeah, I saw that movie. I mean, I saw the movie where that was like nearish the end. Dude's walking by the tent, throws it in. I think Michael J. Fox was in that movie.
Yeah. With Gundam, I don't think we get a whole lot of those kind of events ever. Like, these are obviously like conflicts nobody wants to be a part of most of the time. Like,
we're just getting into
UC.
Have
access to giant machines, and whoever gets into one first wins.
Well, we saw that in Witch from Mercury. All you do is do a slide against the floor, and then have a conversation about what the rules of the school are.
Oh yeah, that's right. I guess if you have a motorcycle, you're good.
I mean, we're getting into UC, which is supposed to be the longer term, more hardcore. Even features a Vietnam analog, or could actually be in Vietnam. It's hard to tell. Well, it happens on Earth, right? So it literally could be Vietnam. So it's hard to tell.
So, yeah, looking forward to that UC then. So that's my final thought. Let's go ahead and wrap it up then. So, this has been Stoneface Reactions, everybody. I'm Griffin, that's Theta. We'll catch you next time. See you around. Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stoneface Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what you thought about this video, what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?